Ladies and gentlemen, I am Thomas Drake, and welcome into part one of Time Runs Out as Juggernaut defends his Nex-Gen Championship against RELLIK. Let's see how we got here.
Well, first off, he didn't come away with shit. Not shit. He didn't win shit.
The psychotic, the unstoppable, the force to be reckoned with Juggernaut. But I pose the question of where is Juggernaut?
I did what I had to do because that stupid motherfucker, he's dirty.
Last I heard, he checked himself in a psychiatric hospital after he convinced himself that somebody years and years ago was impersonating him, pretending to be him.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that guy?
That's you.
That's not me. That's somebody impersonating me. And you know what? I've had my suspicions for months now.
But you see, I pose the question, was the man ever there in the first place, or has he finally just went off the deep end?
People keep saying weird shit to me. That's not me, motherfucker.
Because the time runs out, Juggernaut's fate has been decided. I walk out with the prize that matters the most for Jetpack, the Nex-Gen Championship. And Jetpack, Juggernaut, and everybody has a front row seat to watch as they all fall down.
But yeah, he gets another title shot. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
And there you have it. Now we are underway here at Time Runs Out, and the next time we come to you will be next weekend as King Crunch defends his WTW Championship against Jackson Hendricks in the main event, as we will conclude Time Runs Out with that match. But here tonight, RELLIK versus Juggernaut. We know exactly why RELLIK wants the Nex-Gen Championship. He's made it abundantly clear. The Nex-Gen Championship is the thing that means the most to Jetpack, the guy RELLIK has been sodding out to corrupt for the last several months, and he knows how important that title is. He cost Jetpack the Nex-Gen Championship on Mayhem 9 against none other than Juggernaut, and now RELLIK seeks to capture the title for himself. Now here's the thing with Juggernaut. As you saw, Juggernaut has been completely obsessed with this idea that somebody was impersonating him in the past. We have seen him take to bad habits. You just see the sheer amount of weight and muscle Juggernaut has lost since the last time we've seen him, because he's been driving himself crazy about this idea that somebody has impersonated him in the past. We saw what he saw on the TV. The question is, did that man ever truly exist, or has Juggernaut went off the rails and truly doesn't remember much of his past? That's the ultimate question, but that is for Juggernaut to figure out. But he's got to focus on the title match here ahead, as he has to defend the Nex-Gen Championship against RELLIK. And here we go. That is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. And let's get this match underway as referee Kate Hawk continues for the bell to ring. You hear Juggernaut starting it out, going for a clothesline, RELLIK ducking. A massive back suplex. Juggernaut getting back up to his feet. Both men back up to his feet. RELLIK ducking a clothesline attempt. Step up Enziguri into the corner. RELLIK, the speed of RELLIK benefiting him so far. Irish whip. Juggernaut to the clothesline. Rebounding off the corner. Clotheslining and flatlining RELLIK there. And Juggernaut following it up with the stomps. You see, I mentioned it earlier when he was coming out for this match. You see the sheer amount of weight and muscle Juggernaut's lost. Will that play a role in this match? And a world's strongest slam by Juggernaut. Cover 1, 2, early 2 kick out for RELLIK there.
1.
Again, Juggernaut's going to have to overcome this obsession with the past if he wants to be able to walk out with the Nex-Gen Championship. We've seen what RELLIK's capable of. Irish whip and a power slam by RELLIK into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out there by Juggernaut, the current Nex-Gen champion. And he is going to have to keep his mind focused on the match ahead here, because we know how dangerous RELLIK is. We've seen him defeat Agent Default. We've seen him defeat WTF. We've seen him defeat Jetpack at Game Over. And now he seeks to defeat Juggernaut and walk out with gold, as he is laying down the stomps to the midsection of Juggernaut, putting that foot on the throat. We know how vicious RELLIK wrestles. We know how much pain he likes to inflict on his opponents, both physically and psychologically.
Take the thing that means the most to Jetpack. This Juggernaut. You're a shadow of yourself.
And you hear it there, RELLIK stalking, Juggernaut stalking the Nex-Gen champion, who's currently in his second reign. And he's getting vertical suplexed, roll through. He won the Nex-Gen Championship at Aftershock in the Nex-Gen Championship tournament finals upon WTW's return. Lost it in a triple threat match after Jetpack pinned Rakesh, and then he defeated Jetpack again to recapture the Nex-Gen Championship following an interference from RELLIK and a kick out at 2 by Juggernaut again. It looked like Jetpack was going to finally conquer the beast and retain the Nex-Gen Championship against against Juggernaut before RELLIK came out, cost Jetpack the match, and here we go. That put the Nex-Gen Championship around Juggernaut's waist once again. And you see it in a roll through into a rear naked choke. That's what makes RELLIK so difficult to defend against. He oftentimes makes different things look the same. We've seen him hit the calf killer out of that same position, but this time instead going into a rear naked choke, and Juggernaut in serious trouble here. He's going to have to find his way to a rope because RELLIK is not letting up on the choke. Juggernaut getting to the rope. Referee Kate Hawk counting, RELLIK breaking the hold. Juggernaut was in serious trouble there. He had that firmly locked in, that rear naked choke, but he was able to find a way to the rope. A rarity that we see Juggernaut have great in-ring awareness, but we did there. But again, you see how much smaller Juggernaut looks as he gets hit with a fireman's carry flapjack, and this does not look like the best version of Juggernaut we have seen. It seems like the ghost of his past is currently winning.
Obsessed with the past that we don't even know exists.
And this is exactly what I'm talking about, the psychological warfare of RELLIK.
Look at you, Juggernaut.
Juggernaut was able to start out the gates with a big clothesline, a stomp, a world's strongest slam, but for the most part in this match so far, it has been all RELLIK as he hits Juggernaut with a riptide. We saw the flapjack, now the riptide. RELLIK in firm control of the Psychotic Clown, our current Nex-Gen champion here, and Juggernaut kicking out at 2. And you see it here, massive back suplex, fireman's carry flapjack, and the riptide. It is all RELLIK here so far, but he's going to have to find a way to get back into this match. Juggernaut is, if he wants to retain and be able to stay and still Nex-Gen champion, but RELLIK laying down the stomps on Juggernaut. RELLIK stalking the Psychotic Clown, getting him up to his feet, and a kick right to the midsection there by RELLIK to Juggernaut. Spinning, maybe going for a neck breaker, and a blow right to the back of the head, right back into the grips of RELLIK. Side Russian leg sweep, roll through, into a cover by RELLIK. 1, 2, Juggernaut surviving there for a 2 count. But again, RELLIK in firm control of this match. Fireman's carry again, and a Samoan driver planting Juggernaut firmly on the mat. Cover 1, 2, and Juggernaut once again surviving here. But again, surviving is not going to be enough if he wants to walk away.
He's done. Look at him. 40 pounds of muscle less. He's haunted by his past.
And he wants to walk away champion against RELLIK here. And RELLIK looking to charge Juggernaut into the corner. Juggernaut getting out of harm's way, picking him up, and yet another world's strongest slam by the Nex-Gen champion. Cover, and another kick out by RELLIK at 2. RELLIK surviving there for the 2 count against Juggernaut. Juggernaut with that last gasp and that world's strongest slam, but he's going to have to keep his foot on the gas pedal if he wants to get out of here as still the Nex-Gen champion. Juggernaut, again, this is not the powerhouse that's destroyed everything in his path. This is not the same Juggernaut we've seen time and time again throughout WTW this last year, but he tries to look RELLIK up in a fireman's carry. RELLIK reversing pop-up, Samoan drop by RELLIK. Cover, 1, 2, and yet again, Juggernaut surviving, but little to no offense in this match. He's hit a couple moves here and there, but nothing sustainable as RELLIK is now laying down the stomps on Juggernaut. RELLIK looking for that high risk, high reward if he can hit it. That coup de grace that RELLIK likes to hit from the top rope. Going for it on Juggernaut. Juggernaut getting out of harm's way. Roll through by RELLIK. Juggernaut looking for a choke slam. RELLIK getting out, jumping out of the way. RELLIK going for a fireman's carry. Juggernaut trying to wiggle out of it. And a big uppercut by Juggernaut. And RELLIK responds. Mind warp out of nowhere by RELLIK. A RELLIK hitting a mind warp. That could have been off instinct alone as he came off that rope. Those two men counter for counter, but RELLIK hitting that mind warp at the end there. But RELLIK unable to follow through with a pin attempt, and that could be the very thing that caused him this match as Juggernaut's getting back up to his feet. And oh my God, that same mask from the same guy that Juggernaut was convinced was impersonating him for years, and it looks like it's almost put Juggernaut in a hypnosis of sorts, and yet another mind warp by RELLIK. Juggernaut saw the mask, and he froze, and that is going to be the exact thing that ends his Next-Gen title reign, as RELLIK is now your new Next-Gen champion. He took the thing that meant the most to Jetpack. He costed him the Next-Gen Championship, and now has taken it for himself, as RELLIK is now your Next-Gen champion. He brought out that mask. See, Juggernaut was already in his head so much, and then RELLIK doubling down with the mask, and Juggernaut froze. And what is this that we see here? Juggernaut on his knees, waiting RELLIK. RELLIK saying, "You walk with me now," and removing the mask of Juggernaut. What the hell are we seeing here as Juggernaut is following our new Next-Gen champion out of the arena here? What did we just see? But thank you for joining us, and without further ado, next time we come to you next week in King Crunch Jackson Hendricks Time Runs Out main event WTW Championship. See you then.